Hello and welcome to Nerd TV. I'm the trading card expert Jay. Today I'm going to do a deck tech over my budget valakut deck. Obviously the card you see now isn't really a budget card, but that's only because a friend in my group pulled it, and so we put it in this deck. And that's one of three of the planeswalkers in the deck. Very good. Maybe try to get 4 in here, but that's kind of asking for a lot. And the other planeswalkers is Chandra Nalar. Pretty good damage dealing if you can get to the ultimate at least. And then the Valakuts, this is partly why the deck is budget, is because 2 of them are proxied. I only have 2 at the moment. Probably try to get 2 more or just print off proxies. The next card is Lightning Bolts, playset, gotta have them in red deck. Next card is a very underrated card. I think it's really good though, is Deathforge Shaman. I think it's good in a valakut deck because you're going to be getting a lot of lands and you're going to be able to use his multi-kicker and hit for a whole bunch. Plus he's one of the best combos with Koth of the Hammer, I think. With his -2 ability, you can add red, and so if you have like, let's say 7 mana open, you can probably hit them for the win whenever you cast Deathforge Shaman. The only problem is, if you're playing blue, it can be mana leaked pretty easily. Next card is Fireball. Again, this deck is going to produce a whole lot of mana, so you might be able to hit them for like 8 or 9 with it. And then Protean Hydra again, just because you're going to produce a lot of mana and you can get a huge creature out with it. Now to the ramp cards, got the 3 big hitters, Harrow, Colony Heart Expedition, and Cultivates. Also another kind of ramp card I added in here is Ondu Giant. Not too great, he costs a whole bunch for just a 2/4, and you only get 1 land into play, but it's kind of a pretty good late game card, I think. And if you've got the Valakuts out, you can hit him for a quick 3 or 6 when he comes into play. Also in here is Nature's Spiral. It's okay. It's just in here I can get Valakuts if they tech edge it, or if Koth dies early I can get him back, or I can get the Colony Heart Expedition just back. Also any lands that I sack with Terramorphic Expanse or Evolving Wilds. And also it goes pretty good with Harrow because you're going to sack a land and you can just get it back with Nature's Spiral and play it next turn. Another card is Scute Mob. Just kind of in there to give it a little more creature base, a little more power behind it. Also Explorers, only 2 in here. In my opinion, it's not that much of a needed card, but it is pretty good, so I put in a few of those in here. And now to the lands, Rootbound Crag, just add some variety to your mana producing ability. And then lots of mountains, of course, gotta have those in Valakut. And then just a few forests, I think. If you can just have 1, you can play any green spell in this whole deck. And another card I was seriously considering but didn't put in is Growth Spasm. I mean, getting a token is nice, but it's good so you can use the fireballs or get Deathforge Shaman or Colony Hydra for a little bit more damage. But it's not really that great of a card, so I left it out. Also a card that I forgot is Zekdar Shrine Expedition. I think it's a card that's coming back. It's pretty good. I'm starting to see it in more deck lists. I'm pretty happy for that because it's just like hitting them for 7. And even if they have a big defender, you can just go ahead and get rid of that with him if they block it at least. And Deathforge Shaman again, I just want to note, that's a really good card, especially with a whole bunch of ramp and Koth in there. I mean, that's a really underrated card, and I can't tell you how many times that they've been ahead by 13 life, and then I play Deathforge Shaman and win, and it just catches them completely by surprise. If you're running Valakut, I really suggest you have that in there. Especially if you have a budget one, it kind of replaces the Primeval Titans. And, well, that's quick overview of my budget valakut deck. Also, before I go, I wanted to show you some progress and some new additions I've made with my blue-white deck. And also a card that I want to put in here is Volition Reigns. It's a really good enchantment, and I didn't think it was that great, but I was reading it the other day and I read closely, and I'm going to sound really stupid for saying this, but I noticed it said you can control an enchanted permanent, not just a creature. I mean, so you could grab a land, you could grab, if they've got a Jace, now you have Jace, and you completely turn the tides on them. Like, if they're about to, next turn, hit you with his -12 ultimate, you can just grab him and hit them with it, and it's just like, wow, if that happens to you, it'd really suck. And so I'll probably put those in, or in the sideboard against decks that have lots of planeswalkers in them. Alright, here we go. First off, still got the 4 Jaces in here, 2 Gideons, and 2 foil Sphinx of Draw Isle. Baneslayer Angel, those are really hard to get in foil. Then 2 Sun Titans, the Wall of Omens that for some reason is impossible to find them in foil. Wormcoil Engine, no foil, no pre-release, just normal. And then Darksteel Mirror, really easy to find in foil, so I got 2. And also, if you watched my last video, I had the Darksteel Axe in there, and I'm really sorry that that was in there. That was kind of a big mistake. I thought that the axe gave the equipped creature indestructibility. That card really is not good for this deck, and I did take it out. Also, 2 foil negates, and I want a playset of Stronghold Mana Leaks, but all I've got is 9th edition and 2 8th edition ones. And then I did manage to get my hands on a foiled Dave Judgment, which is amazing looking, by the way. Then I've got my other normal one. And I took out the ousts for more journeys. I mean, they're better. So I put those in, plus you can get them back with Sun Titan. Probably a few too many, maybe take out 1 or 2. I got 2 foil Condemns in there. The other 2 are just normal, plain. And then Colonnades, I'm probably going to take most of you guys' advice and put in more of those and as soon as I get more. And I managed to get my hands on a foil Seachrome Coast. I know that blue-white is played a whole bunch, and I don't know how I found someone who hadn't traded away their foil Seachrome Coast. Then just a normal one. All the Glacial Fortresses are normal. 2 Marsh Flats. And then I put these in because I kind of realized a little late that Valakut is huge, and Tectonic Edge wrecks it. And I'm going to a big tournament in Austin this Saturday, and probably 50% chance that you're going to play Valakut in a big tournament, so I decided to put those in before the tournament started, so maybe I can have some defense against them. Alright, well, thank you for viewing. This has been Nerd TV. Please subscribe and check out our other channels, BJ Studios and Commando Diamond. See you guys later.